Hello, my friends, and we are about to listen to Kamala Harris's concession speech, and let's 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 see what she has to say. All right, let's do it. Well, at least she has a light background this time. It's not all dark and dystopian. Hope that music doesn't get this taken off.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you've already said that 5 times.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we know that. It is a good afternoon.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Because
thank
Trump won.
Thank you. Thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back.
Boy, she is just
So let me say,
so joyful.
my heart is full today. My heart is full today.
Full of hate.
Full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me. Full of love for our country. And full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted.
But it's what America wanted.
Not what we fought for. Not what we voted for. But hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
Especially now that Trump is back in and fixing all the crap that's happened through the Biden administration. He has a lot of work to do, but as he said in his speech last night, promises made, promises kept.
As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting.
That is right. American people are waking up, and they will continue to fight for what is good and just, and what will make America what it should be, which is great.
To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much.
Oh, Dougie. Surprised she didn't call him Dougie.
To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you. I thank you all. Look, I am so
nice.
proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it.
Oh.
And the way we ran it.
By being just awful to everybody and calling Trump a dictator and a fascist and a Nazi and everything else. That's the way she ran it. Yeah.
Over the 107 days of this campaign,
we totally tried to destroy Donald Trump.
We have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life. And
yes, every walk of life, bringing people together, calling them trash. I don't think they did a good job on that.
Background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future.
Hardly anybody
and we
clapped.
did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us.
That is not how they totally go on identity politics, and they totally break us up by race and by gender. That all they do is divide.
Now I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory.
Good.
I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition.
All right.
And that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
All right. All right. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what Trump did last time.
A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results.
Yes, that is truth. Coming from that woman's mouth. Yes, thank you, Kamala. Thank you for telling the truth.
That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny.
Oh,
and
gosh.
anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation,
Come on, get your dig in.
we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
loyalty to our conscience and to our God.
And that is why you lost. Big time.
My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Which is basically abortion. That's what fueled this campaign. The killing of babies. It's horrible.
The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people.
Unless you're Trump, or if you voted for Trump, then you're trash. You're a Nazi. You support a fascist. I mean, what else? What? They did nothing but try to break down Trump since 2016, since before that, since he came down the elevator. He's become enemy number one to the left, and I'm just so proud that he is now the president again, and things can hopefully be turned around into a better direction.
A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation.
Yes, freedom.
Ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body. And
there you go. Right back to abortion. Look, I know that there are exceptions, but I don't know if I'll get heat from saying this, but I'm definitely pro-life, and I think abortions are wrong. I think they're barbaric. Those babies, they feel what is being done to them, especially in the later parts, later dates, trimesters, or whatever of birth. Yeah, it's a horrible practice, and it seems like the left is fueled by the blood of dead babies. I know, that sounds horrible, but that's what they focused on. That's what they mostly focused on.
Not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our...
But see, you can't do that when you support a mandatory gun buyback. There are so many cases. I think it's like, I don't know, over a million. It is a lot of cases of people who have guns, who own guns, that use them in self-defense. And a lot of that's not reported. And, you know, the Second Amendment is so crucial to keeping our freedoms. And she is against it, no matter what she says.
Our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that...
For the rule of law? Yeah, trying to put Trump away as a political, you know, target. They can't beat him fair and square, so they have to use lawfare to try to take him out with all these bogus cases that they have brought against that man, and he's luckily has gotten out of all of them. So
every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld.
Yeah, that's right. God-given rights. God-given rights.
And we will continue to wage this
not government-given
in
rights.
The voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways.
In dark shadows, behind the scenes. Jesus.
In how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect.
Just like she's treated Trump this whole time, calling him a dictator and a fascist and a Nazi, and he wants to destroy the Constitution, and he and his supporters are all garbage. Wow, that is really love-filled speech that she's been throwing out the last, 90 days or whatever. Come on. What is she talking about?
By looking in the face of a stranger and
spitting in his face if he voted for Trump.
seeing a neighbor. By always using our strength to lift people up. To fight.
That sounds good.
For the dignity that all people deserve.
But you don't show that dignity. You haven't shown it one bit towards Trump and the Trump supporters, which is like I don't know how many voters came out for Trump last night, but I mean, he won. So, yeah, she doesn't respect anybody that has voted for Trump, and that's like half the nation.
The fight for our freedom will take hard work. But like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work.
Yeah.
Hard work can be joyful work.
Oh, yeah.
And the fight for our country is always worth it.
Yeah.
It is always worth it.
Preach on. Yeah.
To the young people who are watching.
Yes.
It is... I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed. But please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win.
That's true. Eventually they will win, but hopefully it's not for another, 16 years.
The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power.
Yeah.
And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
Okay, that's good advice. That is good advice. Yeah. I'll take that.
You have the capacity to do extraordinary good
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
And so to everyone who is watching,
Yeah.
do not despair.
I'm
This
not.
is not a time to throw up our hands.
I'm not.
This is a time to roll up our sleeves.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is a time to organize, to mobilize,
Yes.
and to stay engaged.
Yes. That is what the Republicans are doing right now. You're preaching truth.
For the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career,
gosh.
I saw
From a middle-class family. Yes, we know. We've heard it like a bajillion times.
people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration.
Okay.
Let their determination be our charge.
Okay, sounds
And I'll
good.
close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history,
Oh boy.
true of every society across the ages.
Yeah.
The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars.
Yeah, and Biden's administration made it dark enough. And America saw the stars. That's a great analogy there.
I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time.
No, we're coming out of a dark time, actually. Let there be light.
But for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But
It's
here's
not.
the thing, America, if it is,
No.
let us fill
not.
the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
A brilliant billion of stars. Let America be that brand, that light, that what is it? The shining bush on the hill or something. Yeah, no, that's true. No, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. She says a lot of good stuff when she's not calling everybody Nazis.
The light of optimism, of faith,
Yeah,
of truth,
yeah.
and service.
All good. All good. All good. I'm with you.
A Jew.
A Jew? Did she just say a Jew? What?
And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America.
Yes.
I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
Well, I think God did just bless all of the United States of America because Trump won. All right. Well, that was a good. I mean, look, when she's not spewing hatred and division, she can actually, say a lot of good, wonderful things. And she did say a lot of good, wonderful things. But and that's what we need to take away from the speech. I'm glad she gave the concession speech. It was the right thing to do, and so I give her credit for that. and she gave a good speech. You know, I mean, it was a little iffy here and there, but it was good. So if you like my reaction to these videos in this video, please consider subscribing, and that would be great to have you in the family of Idle Hands. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Appreciate you. I love you all. And guess we'll just catch you in the next video, okay? Until then, have a great day. Stay safe. And we'll see you later. All right. Bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.